Many people rely on energy drinks for a pick-me-up, a quick boost of energy. While they offer a temporary boost, there are concerns over their health impact, and health experts are urging caution. A recent study found that excessive energy drink consumption may be linked to increased risk of cardiovascular disease and stroke. Dr. David Ruzzucco with Priority Health is here to talk about what we need to be looking for when it comes to caffeine and energy drinks. Dr. Ruzzucco, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, Amber. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, let's talk more about what are the main risks associated with caffeine and energy drink consumption in adults and adolescents.
Sure. So caffeine, just at base, is a stimulant. So it's excitotoxic or excitatory. It's resulting in jitteriness, causing an increased cardiovascular response. So we'll see increased heart rate, increased blood pressure, can lead to things like insomnia, jitteriness, anxiety. And the bigger concern, specifically with energy drinks, is these are marketed a couple of different ways. The caffeine content of an energy drink that's marketed as a beverage, there is some loose FDA criteria around what the caffeine content can max out at per serving. It's anywhere from 70 to 100 milligrams per serving. But if energy drinks are marketed under nutritional supplements, those same FDA regulatory guidance seem to minimize, and so they're eliminated from that. So the caffeine content of those beverages can be well in excess of what would be a safe level, and so that oftentimes they're 300 and 400 milligrams per serving. And then we've got energy drinks that are in small quantities, so folks are using a large quantity and exceeding the recommended doses of caffeine.
Dr. Ruzzucco, what are the health consequences you have seen, though, in your practice related to energy drink consumption?
Sure. Probably the biggest one is jitteriness and sleep disturbance, insomnia, cardiovascular event rate, so heart attacks, elevated blood pressure, or hypertension urgency, gastrointestinal disturbance, so caffeine and some of the other components of energy drinks like guarana can impact our gut motility, so it can predispose towards things like ulcer diathesis, peptic ulcer disease, or bleeding ulcers. And then seizure disorders, probably one of the biggest reasons that we see patients in the emergency department, or even as a result of hospitalization, are seizures.
For children and teens, what are the recommendations regarding caffeine use?
Yes, so the American Academy of Pediatrics really strongly advises against routine or chronic caffeine ingestion in children and adolescents. So although we mentioned that, a loose guideline around 70 to 100 milligrams of caffeine is considered acceptable, basically the equivalent of what you'd get in a single cup of coffee, we recognize that long-term exposure or overexposure can have really untoward effects. And so again, the American Academy of Pediatrics strongly advises against really any caffeine use in children and adolescents.
What advice do you have for parents and guardians regarding energy drinks and caffeine? What do you want them to know?
Yeah, so probably the biggest thing is just really to educate yourself in terms of what are the health risks associated with caffeine and caffeinated beverage. Being mindful of the doses that you can sometimes consume. And this is where you're going to want to engage children and adolescents in just some of the health risk behaviors that are associated with this. Because children aren't always the best arbiters of recognizing when they may be experiencing an adverse or untoward effect. So opening up that dialogue with your children and adolescents to give them a comfortable, safe space to be able to share not only your concerns, but give them kind of a sounding board and a place to ask open-ended questions. And if you feel like you're ill-equipped to respond or to engage your children in those conversations, please reach out to a trained provider or your physician and engage them in those conversations for you.
Yeah, great advice there. Dr. Ruzzucco, thank you so much with Priority Health for being here with us. We appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.